right, lots of updates or changes, both subtle and not so subtle, in the last several weeks. So the siding is about 2/3 to 3/4 done. It's all done here in the front. I think it's a significant update / upgrade from what was there before. The stairway is complete. In regards to the outside of the house, I'll insert a video of the drone flying around the house just to give a good sort of overall view here at this spot. Inside now, just through the front entrance. Changes here are a fair bit more subtle. The plumbing is pretty much done. Most of the natural gas stuff is done. More on that later. It's kind of cool to be able to walk through walls, although I'll be fine when that is no longer possible. So over here, I think the last time I was talking about this wall right here, and saying it was an inside wall and it was the only one that hadn't changed. Well, I was wrong on that. It's really easy to get confused about what things used to look like versus what they are now. So that was actually part of an outside wall originally, and it has now been changed because while originally it was an outside wall, it's now an inside wall, and it was 2x6s, and we needed a little more space for the stacked washer and dryer. And that was a relatively easy way to get a couple of inches by switching from 2x6s to 2x4s there. Reused the 2x4s, so they're recycled. You wouldn't know they are not original if I hadn't told you, probably. Could have potentially moved this wall over here, but that part of the plumbing had already been done, and it would have, started to crowd things a little bit more. Toilet going there, bathtub over there. It would have just been a lot more difficult. So just, changing this wall to be a 2x4 rather than a 2x6 solved the problem in the easiest way possible. Right, so there used to be a gas line coming up there. That has been removed. It was for the stove in the old kitchen. And got a gas line here for the gas fireplace. Gas line here, which will be used on the other side of the wall, where the new range cooktop will be. So this pipe here actually is for the mini split system. See those kind of throughout the place. So that's in the process of being installed. I think I've talked about this before. This is where inside here, the main suite, there will be kind of a little kitchenette. So there'll be a sink here. So that's the drain, and water for the sink. That mini split there, I think, is for, I've referred to it as the family room before. I'm thinking probably actually what I'm going to do is make that a dining room. We'll see. All things are subject to change, especially at this point. Piping for the mini split. Heading down. Oh no, that's the second mini split unit. So that's actually heading to the mini split unit. So there's two, one there, and one, you can sort of see some pipes over there. That's where the other unit is on the outside of the house. Probably saw those in the drone flyby if you were paying attention. Let's see, anything else worth commenting on here? Just, you know, the plumbing is, like I said, pretty much done. So this is for the sinks. Sinks are on the other side. There was some discussion about putting the fireplace here, but decided to move it over here. It just works a little bit better there. And that's the beauty of remodeling. You get to change your mind. Sometimes it costs you a lot of money, though, if you do that. Other times, not so much. In this case, I don't think it really mattered. It just worked better there. And there was really no change in cost since the work to put in the gas feed had not taken place yet. The shower is now in place for the upstairs, not, you know, kind of guest slash public bathroom, so to speak. There it is. Going to build a bathroom around that at some point. That's a little further off in the future, but since we're doing all the plumbing now, needed to get that done at the moment rather than later. So that is complete. Around here, you can see the plumbing again for the guest slash public, in quotes, bathroom along here. Hot and cold water. This gas line is for the second of two gas fireplaces. I talked about that the last time. Gas line is in, so that'll be here. And just to review, the purpose of those gas fireplaces is somewhat for ambience, but also as a backup to the mini splits. The mini splits are effective, you know, down to a certain temperature in terms of keeping the place warm, but you know, occasionally it can get cooler than that here. So having the gas fireplaces will provide a secondary source of heat in those somewhat unusual situations where the mini split won't be effective due to it being too cold. Over here, this is, like I said, this is actually the big mini split unit, and these are the feeds coming in, still in the process of being done, but you can see one's going over there to the new bedrooms. I'm not 100% up on where exactly all of the lines go, and they're still in the process of being installed. So I think that's about all I had to say on that. So let's go ahead and head downstairs. Before we head downstairs, these, I don't think this was all completed, are the lines for the kitchen sink. So we're looking to the south here, and so this is the view from the sink, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. As I was saying just a little bit ago, I think I'm going to put the dining room table out here. I think that'll be kind of really nice to be, you know, sitting here and be able to look out and see the mountain. Really, you know, it's a beautiful part of the country, and I am very, very, you know, privileged / blessed to have that view. So might as well take advantage of it insofar as I can. And here we have Marley, who's upset that I am upstairs without her. I could have probably had her up there. Yeah. What you doing down there, huh? You being a good girl? All right, so a lot of progress has been made on both prepping for the new hot water heater and getting things ready for moving the washer and dryer. They're now officially retired from use in the old location. And so the tankless hot water heater goes there. You can see the three pipes coming out. One is in, one is out, and one might be recirculate. I'm not entirely sure. This is a gas. Maybe one of them is the gas. I don't know. But that is going to be where the hot water heater is installed. And I think I talked about it before, should provide pretty much unlimited hot water. So that'll be nice. Don't really have hot water at the moment, which isn't a huge problem, but Marley and I actually moved back into the house, into the one room in the whole place that has not been impacted by the remodel. And not having hot water is a little bit of a challenge. There are workarounds, and I do have options for showering and such. So not the end of the world. But you know, this is the sort of thing you deal with in a remodel. There is a lot of disruption to your life. I've heard it before, now I've experienced it, and it is true. So that is one part of the status of the move of the laundry room. Let's go look at the other. All right, so this is where the washer and dryer are going to be moving. There's going to be, oh, there's a Marley. Yes, a sink right here. Then the washing machine here and the dryer here. And most of the work for that has been done. There are two things pending at this point. One is getting the 30 amp circuit needed for the dryer. So even though this house does have natural gas, the dryer is electric, and actually chose not to bring the gas over here. I don't really have any intention of using a natural gas dryer anytime, and you know, saved a few bucks. I may regret that decision someday. That is for future me to worry about. And the other thing is the venting for the dryer. So we have a plan for that, but that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully soon. Once those two things take place, we'll be able to, you know, the washer and dryer will move over to here, and I'll have a washer and dryer again. And at that point, the hot water heater should be installed as well, and that will be a big step forward in the whole operation. So yeah, there we've got the water for the washer, and getting close. Hopefully by the next time I make an update video, this part will be done, including, you know, the drywall in this little section. And that's really going to be what we're going to start seeing over the next several months, is things, you know, one by one closing out, and that'll be great. The first one hopefully being the hot water, then getting the washer and dryer moved. And at that point, I will have a working bathroom, someplace that Marley and I can hang out and sleep, and everything else will kind of fall in place from there. Yeah, kind of, it's exciting. Looking forward to seeing what this place ends up looking like. And you know, you can look at the plans, and you know, that gives you some idea of what it is, how it's going to turn out. But for me anyway, actually being able to walk the space just adds a whole other dimension to it. It's the way it is. All right, good to go up on the deck. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about. So this here is a soffit. That's also what that there is. And you know, soffits are optional, and they do take a lot of work, but I think it leads to a much nicer, more finished look. So you know, I'd recommend soffits, but keep in mind that they are not completely trivial by any stretch of the imagination. There's a little bit of extra support you need, ideally, to nail them to, And you know, there's just labor and material costs. And I'll show, I'll insert a picture here of what things look like without a soffit as an example, but I just wanted to talk about that briefly. So yeah, soffit's cool, but add complexity and cost. Then, what you doing, Marley? Oh, she is the queen of all she surveys. There's Marley up on the stairs. Huh. Hey, Marley. Come on. You gonna come over here? Yeah. Ooh, is that a wrap, Marley? Huh? Is that a wrap? Yeah, I think that's a wrap.